All right, once again, I am going to start over. I don't know what happened to the last video. But anyway, I was going to walk the property, which now remember, I live in the city. This is a city lot. It's going to look big just because I got it the way I got it set up. Okay, so behind me right now, 2 years, maybe 3 years ago, I planted 3 grapevines. Well, unfortunately for me, I killed one this year, early in the spring, by weed whacking it. I didn't think you can kill that big old thing because it was so thick. But anyway, this year was the first year, and these are Concord grapes. And those that follow us, y'all know that we do juice all the time. So that's one of our ingredients for our juice. I didn't know it at the time when I planted them, that's the way it was going to be. Oh, I'm walking away from what I wanted to show you next. All right, so next, this is a fig tree that I planted probably, I think 2 years. I think this tree is 2 years old. Golly, it's kind of hard to pull figs with one hand. Okay, so it's fig season, of course. Look at there, a whole handful of figs. I got one more up here I'm gonna grab. But unfortunately for me, I can't eat them right now because I started a fast last night. I'm not gonna break my fast. So, got a handful of figs all ready this morning. I'm gonna get them before the birds come get them, because they love figs apparently as much as I do. And I don't really get irritated with the wildlife. I guess probably because we're not depending on everything that we grow right now to be 100% of our food. I'm gonna spin this around so you guys can see. Now I section off this area here as garden, okay? And as you can tell, it is about a quarter, oh, that's my tent. It's about a quarter of our backyard. It's pretty long, and it's probably about, I don't know, I guess 12 feet wide. And it runs the whole, the whole entire backyard. And in said garden, I have watermelons. I had a whole bunch of cantaloupes. These things grow wild. Over there is basil. I had some tomatoes. That's a peach tree that I pruned early in the season because I didn't think it was going to produce, and I was right, it didn't. I probably stunted the growth by pruning it. But these are first year trees. I just put them in the ground not too long ago. I see something else I need to go pull. That's another peach tree. These are okra plants that have been producing like crazy. I'm enjoying okra. All right, and these are a couple more okra plants right here. I'm gonna go ahead and pull these. I don't know if you know or not, but when you're growing okra, you got to pull that stuff every day. If you don't pull okra every day, they get way too big, and it's extremely difficult to eat them because they get hard when they get big. When they grow and they're huge, when they get bigger than thumb size, they really don't taste that good to me. Well, it's the texture, really. All right, I got some eggplants in here. Jalapenos. We don't really eat a whole bunch of jalapenos, and I haven't, well, I hate to admit this, but I haven't learned how to can yet. That's coming. So some of my stuff that we don't eat all the time, it goes bad, unfortunately. Let's see here. This is the apple tree. A pear tree. This is the first year this pear tree actually produced. And because I live in the city and because I don't plan on being here forever, I'm growing trees in pots and they are producing. So that's a way that you can grow your things if you live in an urban area. Grow them in pots. I got these pots from probably Lowe's. They're huge pots, kind of like this one. Make sure it has a hole in the bottom. And you can grow your fruit trees in there. I'm very proud of this little fruit tree right here. When I got it, it was so puny and so small, it didn't look like it was gonna make it. This is another apple tree right here. This thing is huge. And I need to prune it back again because next year it's gonna be too big. Another apple tree right here. This is a peach tree, apple tree, apple tree, apple tree, nectarine, peach, peach, peach. Looks like nectarine over there. So I am creating a small orchard on my city plot of land. So anyone that says that you cannot do what I'm doing, I am here to inspire you, motivate you, and to show you that you can. Okay, I'm just pulling some more okra, because if I don't pull them, they're going to get too big and they're going to be not edible. All right, so my fig tree's producing this year, which I'm very proud. I'm going to spin the camera around so you guys can see. I mean, everything that you see is a little green dot on the camera. Those are all fig. I see a brown one right there that I probably won't be able to get to. Well, I could. I'm just not going to go over there and pull it. And I believe in donating back to Mother Earth. I believe in donating to the wildlife that come, in our yard. So a lot of times I will leave things for them. So, I don't come through and I don't strip everything bare. These are sweet potatoes. My mom swore up and down I wasn't going to be able to grow sweet potatoes in the summertime, but they're growing. And I'm glad I planted them the way I did. And I'm going to tell you guys how I did it. Okay. I bought sweet potatoes from the grocery store. When they started budding inside the house, I cut the tops off and I came outside and planted them. Now, my ground is very fertile because of what I've been doing over the years for it and to it. So pretty much anything I come out here and put in the ground, it's going to start growing just because my ground is so fertile. So there are some things that you can do to help yourself along the way. And we'll talk about, more of those things. Here's another little peach tree. And okay, so this is the score this morning. And I usually freeze the okra if I don't just wash them off and eat them right there instantly. I love raw fruit. I bought a banana tree. I don't know what I was thinking because I've never seen a banana tree produce around here. But we're gonna see. Okay, this is one of the newest additions. It's a banana tree, tomato plant, avocado that I actually grew from avocado seed. Okay, pineapple, tomato, apple tree. Okay, apple trees, believe it or not, I took cuttings and I grew those. And then of course more tomatoes. So I think I might do another tomato challenge. I did it on my last channel, but tomatoes are pretty easy to grow. And if you've never grown anything, you can start with tomato and start learning. So on my deck, pineapple. I need to clean up, I know. So before you guys start bashing how nasty my deck is, I already know I need to clean up. All right, so these are apple tree cuttings too. I took them from the apple tree that I showed you earlier. Another avocado plant. These are peach cuttings, so I'm trying to grow those. They don't look too good right now. This is a grapefruit little tree. This is a lemon tree. And that's a lime tree. And looks like I got one little lime coming. These are all first year trees for me. And I got one grapefruit. Look at the grapefruit back here. That is so cool. So really excited about that. Now you guys see me most mornings when I do a video and I'm doing the juices, and y'all see me twist the cone off of the pineapple. Well, if you do that and then you put it in some water, it will start rooting. Probably nine times out of 10, your plants will start rooting. Once they start rooting, you can actually put them in some dirt. When I say dirt, I mean soil. You can put them in some soil and they will start growing. Supposedly, and I haven't had one to last this long because we have really cold winters here in Virginia. I'm thinking about putting me a greenhouse out in my garden. Thinking about building one of those just so I can maintain. Look at the birds. They're about to eat up all my grapes, y'all. Y'all see them? They about to pick the vine clean. Get away from my fig tree. They've already started picking the grapes clean, which is fine. We've used enough. We used more than our share this year, so they can have the rest of the grapes. Now, they really don't want them in my figs because that's something that I love. But hey, give unto Caesar what is Caesar. Give unto the wildlife what is the wildlife. So I appreciate them coming around because it gives us it's just really good to see life and see life thrive. So I don't really get too upset with the birds and the squirrels, and we even have some raccoons. Now them, not sure about them. So what I do, and if you guys have a better theory or philosophy, what I do when I pick okra, I usually just bring them into the house, and I don't even wash them. I just freeze them. So when I get ready to eat a bag of okra, I'll bring them out, throw them out, wash and clean them, cook them if I want to, or put them in a salad, or just eat them raw. A lot of folks don't know you can eat things raw, but I want to teach you guys to start developing more of a raw lifestyle, raw plant-based lifestyle, because it's going to give you optimal health. So we're going to go back out here and get these figs. I do need to learn how to can, because like I got a handful of figs here. I'm not eating, and I'm not going to be eating for the next few days because this is organic. They're going to go bad if my wife don't eat them. I don't think she likes them too much. So I'm probably the only one in the house that actually eats figs. So I'm gonna throw these in the fridge. Hopefully they'll keep over the next 3-4 days. When I get ready to break fast, and I can break fast with a bunch of figs. So I'm always excited about you guys' comments. So if you see something that you know that I can do better and different, let me know. If you golly, the whole reason I even did this video so I can show you guys how to compost in the city. And I've done everything but show you how to compost in the city. I feel like I'm in the Blair Witch Project. So, what I was telling you, and I got distracted by my trees, what I was telling you is, the first year I worked this land, of course I came out here and I dug up the grass. I did it the hard way too. I did it with like a hoe and a shovel. And I treated it with manure, cow manure. Had a pretty good season. I didn't really treat anything last year. But what I found out that my trees, if I buy a tree and I immediately put it in organic soil in a pot, I get first year fruit. So that's a tip for you folks that are trying to do trees. Excuse me. However, organic dirt, buying it from the Lowe's and the Home Depots, is extremely expensive. So what I decided to do, I had this old bin right here. So I decided I was going to start composting my own dirt. Now, it looks terrible up top. Okay, and if I had chickens, these chickens would love all these maggots. Look at all those maggots. But what they are doing, they're helping break down this stuff on the inside of this composting bin. So our trash, hint, hint, our trash that we produce every week has drastically reduced because most of the stuff I compost. Okay, and within a month's period of time, look at those mushrooms growing. Within a month's period of time, that bag, that box, all that kind of stuff, once I turn this, it's gonna be decomposed. I mean, this composting bin works. So what I do, all of my fruits and veggies that are left over from all my juicing and all the things that, you know, we don't eat all the time, which we don't. Like this cilantro, I know I'm not gonna be eating the next few days, so the cilantro's got to go off into the composting bin because I don't want it to go bad and start stinking up my refrigerator. And let's see, I know I got some bags, some stuff in here somewhere. But anyway, I got a whole bag full of stuff right here that I'm about to dump off in this composting bin. And I will come out here probably, let's see here, what's the day? Wednesday. I'll come out here probably either Thursday or Friday, and I'll take the time to turn this composting bin. Sorry, y'all. And once I turn it, everything that's at the bottom, which is going to be good organic soil, is going to be moved to the top, and it'll start breaking down everything that's underneath it, which is the stuff I just threw in. So that is a great way of you not only getting rid of a lot of stuff. Stop using your garbage disposal so much. And I know people that live in apartments and people that live in condos and stuff, I know you're very limited on space, but you can do it on a small level. Okay, get you a 5-gallon bucket with a lid and compost that way. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do a whole bunch of it, but it means more when you start doing things like that. It means a hell of a lot to the environment, because that's less trash that you're sending to the landfill. That's organic soil that you're creating for your plants, vegetables, and fruits. And guess what? You know what you're putting in your soil, which means you know what you're putting in the things that you're growing, your fruits and veggies, which means ultimately you know what you're putting into your body. And that there, sir and ma'am, is what plant-based homestead prepper is all about. I'm all about just trying to do things better, get better, move into an area where when we get ready to leave this, now as you can tell, I have this big apple tree in the ground, that fig tree is in the ground, those 2 peach trees. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna leave my grapes, but everything else that's in pots. Okay, so look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 17 trees that are in pots that are going with me to my next location, wherever that may be. Oh, and this is a kiwi tree that's never produced. It's in the ground. I have 17 trees in the pots. I didn't even realize that. So altogether, that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. There are 22 trees back here. I did not realize that. That's amazing. Okay. So throughout the rest of the summer, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the rest of these trees that are in pots. I'm going to transfer them to bigger and larger pots and make sure they make it throughout the winter. I haven't been really having to do too much during the winter time except water them real well. I haven't had to wrap them or anything like that. Oh, 23. I forgot about my banana tree, which that thing is going to go in the house during the winter time. So the things I bring into the house, just so you know, I normally bring in my pineapple plants. I'm definitely going to bring in that banana tree. I'm gonna have to get Jennifer to help me because that thing is heavy. The rest of these trees, they got to fend for themselves out here in the cold. And that's why I'm thinking about building a greenhouse right here in this area. I'll probably run it, start it back there at the back of the fence and bring it to probably right here in front of this tree. So if I had to guess, that would be it's probably a 12 by 12 space, which would be big enough for a greenhouse. By that time the watermelon would have died out. I'll probably have to move that basil. Basil grows so tremendously fast. I just pruned this tree at the start of the summer. It's true. When you cut your trees back, they grow even faster. So that's another hint for you right there. If you want to really start growing, and have a growth spurt with your plants, prune them back. You prune them back, them jokers grow like crazy. I pruned that fig tree, and this is the biggest production that I've ever seen with that fig tree. So that's a hint right there, ladies and gentlemen. And as always, I appreciate you for being here. I want to throw out there, if you are enjoying or have enjoyed this video, this download, upload. Consider subscribing. Please subscribe. Hit the bell icon so you know when I post it. And hey, I can't thank you enough. I love you enough to tell you the truth. And thank you guys. We are getting very close to 100. So y'all be blessed. Take care. Have a good day.